Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to the Most High.
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers. Of course, the few sisters pursuing this truth and sincerity. All right. May the blessing of election be upon your house. What separates the scriptures from everything else? Prophecy, of course. When you go to Revelation 19:10, it says that the spirit of Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, is the spirit of prophecy. So there's a subset of men in the earth who are able to foretell what's going to befall the nations, foretell what's going to befall the people. A lot of people, they may say things that are true. They may say things that are true. But the only people upon the earth that can bring all the truth together so that the big picture can be presented, okay, the kingdom of heaven being established and how it's going to go down, is going to be the prophets. Like the Elder Yatazak always says, everybody the Bible is for the prophets. Everybody else just has one. All right? So we're going to talk about the downfall of this country in the scriptures that's called the daughter of Babylon. How is it going to end? All right? And how is that beneficial to the whole earth of this place being taken down? Let's go to Jeremiah 50:23. All right? We'll talk about the hammer of the earth. Because there's a people upon the earth who were set up to be the villain. The Lord hath created all things for himself, yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil. You got it, bro.
God, this is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 23. It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How was Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
All right, so this is going into the nation to come. All right, there's a future Babylon in the scriptures that's going to be destroyed via fire. Ancient Babylon was not destroyed in that fashion. It was simply transferred over, okay? So this destiny of this Babylon, which is America is the main corporation that the elites and the small hats use to forward their agenda in the earth, okay? America is, pretty much a subsidiary of the small hats. But this nation is used to push their vibration forward, okay? Like the scripture talks about, who can make war with the beast? America heads that beast. But you got it over. If you got something, go ahead.
Between 9 verse 24, it says, I have laid, Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 24, it says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against thy Lord.
So you've striven against the Lord. There's a people upon the face of the earth who opposeth the Most High. When you go to 2 Thessalonians 2, it talks about that. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God. It's this man, it's this so-called white man. A particular person I can give you an example of is Noah Yuval Harari, the underling of Carl Schwab, who's the former head of the World Economic Forum. He's famous for a lot of his quotes amongst the brothers. But he said, we don't need God. We can make our own water. God is dead. It takes a while to hide the body. Meaning it takes a while for people to completely separate from the foundation of understanding that the Most High is in control. They want the world to forget the Most High. Another quote, he said, the tyrants of old didn't have the technology we have today. Meaning they're using this technology to really forward a higher level deception. The idols of old couldn't move and speak. But this AI and this technology they have now can move and speak. So it's a thicker, it's a more potent deception that they can push upon the people, man, to tighten their grip over the masses. But because of all this, because they've opposed the Lord, there is a recompense for it. And the prophets are always going to tell the people of what's going to befall the kingdom that they dwell in. They're never advocates for the kingdom that they dwell in. They're advocates for the kingdom of heaven. And the Lord always sends the prophets out before the destruction befalls the nation or empire that's ruling at the time. You had something?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 3. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Right, and that's exactly how Esau is pretty much moving, right? His pride, well, that's pretty much how he is, man. His pride is, is ultimately deceiving him to the point to where, would you say Yuval Harari talking about, oh, we can make water, we don't need God. Oh, it just takes time to hide the body. You know, to make these pretty much these boastful ass statements, these prideful ass statements, letting you know that, man, the Lord got you in a trick bag. Right? I think it was Romans 8:16, I think, or 9:16, around the area. You know, for how it goes into how, you know, you raised thee up as Pharaoh. Right? Matter of fact, let me see if I can grab that real quick while you're going.
Okay, yeah. I'm just reading the Elder Menathe Zakbai put a comment up. We'll get it after you get yours.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 17. My bad. Romans chapter 9, verse 17 said, "For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth." Exactly. So Esau don't realize he's in a whole trick bag. That's why, you know, he got his pride so high, because, you know, he felt like he can't be brought down.
Yeah.
Right? And with them feeling like that, Lord's like, yeah, I got you exactly where I want you. I want you to feel that way. Keep talking that shit. Because when he comes back, bro, hey, man.
It's over with.
Yeah, pretty much it's over with, man.
Lock him up. you see that reel with the old white dude?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, lock him up. Y'all go to jail.
Yeah, take care of that one. What you got it, bro?
This is the Elder Menathe Zakbai put Job 21:7 through 14 up, but I'm gonna read it in the NLT, man. It says, "Why do the wicked prosper, growing old and powerful?" Okay, what's that scripture where it talks about is fully set in their hearts to do evil, because the wicked are not judged speedily.
Oh yeah, Ecclesiastes 8.
Yeah, if you can find that, you gotta go with this. Job 21:7. "Why do the wicked prosper, growing old and powerful? They live to see their children grow up and settle down, and they enjoy their grandchildren." It's flipped, all right, for the actual bloodline descendants of the nation of Israel, because we're under the curses. And pursuing the Revelation 22:3, those curses aren't lifted until the return of our Lord. Okay, so this isn't our reality. This is talking about another people. All right, go ahead. Verse 9.
Oh, okay. Like,
talking to myself. Their homes are safe from every fear. God does not punish them. Their bulls never fail to breed. Their own cows bear calves and never miscarry, meaning that their businesses flourish. Jake have a business for a little while, but the end of it, man, it never leads to a legacy. It never really leads to global expansion unless they're in bed with the wicked. All right? You had that precept I called for?
God. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, "Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of man is fully set in them to do evil."
Yeah, so because the Edomites haven't been judged, they're under this impression that, oh, we could take this as far as we want to take it. That's why they, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's why they want to put a chip in you and take ownership over the Lord's creation. They're trying to hijack creation. That's an extremely proud thought process to have. But indeed, that's what the elites of Edom have, man. They have that thought process. They, like it talks about in 2 Thessalonians 3. They're trying to usurp the throne of God. All right? But they're going to be stripped down from that throne, like it talks about in Isaiah the 47th chapter, man. They're going to be brought down to a low estate. Right now, they're living in a heavenly estate. All right? They're on top. But they're about to be stripped from that seat, and that's inconceivable to the majority of people. They can't perceive anybody else ruling the earth. It wouldn't even, they don't even think it's possible to happen.
Yeah, that's the crazy part.
And the Lord got a grand awakening for you people, man. Because at the end of the day, when you look at the condition of the earth, this man isn't fit to rule. You had something, bro?
God, just to add to the point how pretty much, well, I'm going to go ahead and read it now. This is Job chapter 20 and verse 23. It says, when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Mm-hmm. Right? So Esau, like he's going to, like Esau in the mindset of pretty much nobody can touch him. Right? And he's pretty much unfuckwittable in his head. Right? Not realizing that, bro, Lord's gonna let you build up all to the point like we got earlier in that Romans 9 and 17, right? How he built up Pharaoh the same way. Yeah. He's building you up to the point just to fuck your ass up. Yeah. I mean, he literally said it. And his foolishness, right when he about to fill his belly, Lord gonna cast his fury upon you.
Couple examples. In every supervillain movie, when they got the hero tied up, and he says, "This is my master plan," and right before he about to accomplish it, and he done laid out his plan. What? Did the hammer come down on him, man? Everything goes to shit.
Yeah.
So he's in that spirit of DMX for those brothers that you see in the movie Belly. When he was riding around, he's like, "Oh, I'm smoking weed. These pussy ass cops can't touch me." They think they're untouchable, man. And amongst the mortals, they are untouchable, man. Amongst mortals. But the Lord isn't going to meet them as a man. You understand? The Lord blessed them with the sword, yeah. They went to Venezuela. I did a lesson on it a couple days ago. The soldiers there, the survivors in Venezuela, they talked about how Esau came in, and before they even got there, they just let off a sonic weapon that made everybody drop to their knees and
like
start
a
bleeding.
sonic boom.
Bleeding out their mouth and eyes to where they couldn't even really fight back. Then they sent the drones in and shut off their tanks and their weaponry. And they said they only sent like 20 guys in and wiped everybody out. This nigga's the Michael Jordan of weapons. The Lord, his blessing is the sword. You're not gonna beat him that way. We need access to something otherworldly. Okay, so we have access to Yahweh Shah. That's how we overcome this man. And the Lord allowed him to be built up to that point so he could show that he's nothing. And he could show that he's the Almighty. The same way he built up Pharaoh in Egypt, like you mentioned. The Lord always allows his adversaries to be built up and seem insurmountable just so he can show how great he is. And he's going to use men like us, all right, to shine that light. Men that seemingly in the grand scheme of things, we seem, looking with the eyes on your face, we don't seem like a big deal. We don't seem important. But the Lord loves taking things that are seemingly weak to destroy Goliath, so to speak. You had something unless you want to go to Isaiah 47. If you got something, go ahead though.
I'll get this last one before we go. Just adding on to your point about how we have to pretty much wait on Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Pretty much. This is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8. It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy." Right? So we're in a predicament to where we have to wait until Yahweh Shai comes back. Right? If that's part of the curse, that's literally like the last verse on the curse. Deuteronomy 28:68, no man shall buy you. Right. And as the priest already made the point that, man, the Lord ain't coming as a man. Right? He coming pretty much as a God, man. Yeah. To come deliver his people, the elect of his people. So we're in a predicament where we have to wait, man. We already tried to fight back. Right? And just based off what the brother said about them using like the sonic booms and then using drones, and you said like 20 guys to get the job done. It's like, bro, we have not even a 1% chance.
Jake got the glizzy. He got the Draco. You think he could defend something with that? That's like a damn stick to this man at this point. Remember, man, the technology he got in the back ain't the shit that we get to see. He got some shit back there. Exactly. You think he used his best shit when he went to Venezuela? Hell no. They got some shit that's to the average person would make them look like a god. That's why in 2 Thessalonians 2, like 9 through 12, it talks about how that technology is going to be deceiving people greatly. Yeah. They got technology that will make them seem as a god to the average person. You know how when they came over to the Americas, a lot of the northern tribe, they seen them guns and the gunpowder, they was like, oh, lightning. It's records they're calling them lightning. They had lightning sticks. Right? They looked at these people like, damn, these people were like gods. They had the silver on. You know, they was like, oh man.
Yeah, they was ahead.
They had a prophecy with the Northern Kingdom, Quetzalcoatl. The brother in Mississippi always goes into it. Quetzalcoatl was like a version of Yahweh Shai. But you know, over time that prophecy amongst them got skewed and polluted. But they looked at these people as the Lord returning. They looked at Esau coming over there like, oh, this is the prophesied return. They looked at that man as a god. They still do to this day. Like Deontay Wilder to this day. To this day. Yeah, they look at it, bro. They gonna be deceived in the same way in this time. Only way you can get through this test, bro, is if you have the eye salve that Yahweh Shai blessed us with. You understand? No, we're fine. We're perfectly fine. Yep.
Excuse me.
Give us a little space. Give us a little space, sister. Huh? No, you can listen, but give us a little space. We teaching a class right now. You understand? All right. So, what's getting ready to play out, man, is going to be a lot similar to what happened in the past. That which is then is now, as the scriptures say. Okay? But it's going to happen in even greater fashion, like it talks about in Jeremiah, the 15th chapter, I believe. He says, he going to outdo the deliverance from Egypt.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Damn, she devil. Just came up on it. She had the meth mouth, too, a little bit. Anyway, let's read this precept the elder put up on the comment board, because I brought up the fact that the Lord going to use men who are seemingly small to do it. He put up, this elder Menachem Zakbai, he put up 1 Corinthians 1:26. All right, it reads, "For ye see your calling, brethren, how that many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. But God hath chosen the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. And God hath chosen the weak things of this world to confound the things which are mighty." And if you want to speak on it, I got a couple more verses.
I was going to say, he chose the foolish things of the world, man. Right? And to be honest, bro, guess what? The Lord had to say to her, we're at the bottom of the bottom. We're looked at as foolish, man. You know, this simply our skin tone is something like this. Look foolish on TV people. Oh, look at him. Oh, you're not an Israelite.
They've been told that lie.
You're black. You're Mexican, right? So we're looked at as foolish, and it's how we looked at foolish right now. Spectacle. We looked at it as a spectacle, which means like a theater, a show to these people when we come up here, right? Scriptures go through foolishness of preachers shall be the saving of their souls, man. So yeah, it's the scripture as it says, as the brother reading, chose the foolish things of this world, man. Right? But you got it.
Continuing on, 1 Corinthians 1:27. "But God hath chose the foolish things of this world to confound the wise."
Exactly, to confound the wise. Right? Not a bunch of scholars out here. Oh, I went to cemetery school. Or seminary school.
No, you're right. You had it right the
Oh,
first
is that
time.
right? Okay, cemetery school. Right? I done got my degree in this. What? No, bro. Like, pretty much all of us brothers that are up here now, we literally can say, like, we did not expect to be out here preaching.
Yeah, we weren't brought up in the traditional way according to the world standard.
Yeah.
So they're like, "Where's your degree? Where's your paperwork? You weren't ordained to do this, right?"
Yeah.
But we come on a much higher authority. All right, we speak on authority of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. He doesn't need his man to go to a school that the wicked set up. You understand? We speak on with the highest authority that there is to speak. It's none of our opinion. It's none of what we think. It's what the Lord has said and ordained. That's it. So when we come out here, we're not trying to convince anybody. We're simply like weather forecasters. A force is getting ready to come upon this place that nobody can alter or change. We're just letting you know it's about to happen. And if the Spirit is with you to hear it, you might be able to be delivered if you walk in the way we were instructed to. But we don't give a shit if you really get it or not. Yeah, we rejoice at somebody that repents. But at the end of the day, we're doing our job that the Lord commanded us to do, whether they hear or forbear. Yeah. It's an extra treat if we get to see somebody repent. But at the end of the day, I ain't going home sad if a nigga don't. Well, which one Apostle Carl always bring it up? Might been High Priest Jacquard maybe. If a nigga don't get it, we moving on. Might have been High Priest Jacquard or High Priest Ariah. One of the two. All right? Yeah, man. We not stressing if somebody don't get it. At the end of the day, nobody's getting this truth because of us anyway. It's because the Lord opens their understanding. You know? But continuing on here, 1 Corinthians 1:28, "And the base things of this world and the things which are despised," we're despised amongst the people. I bring it up all the time. These people are looked at as a bastard. We have no inheritance in this world. And a bastard in ancient society was looked at as somebody who's in the way unless they were able to forward somebody else's agenda. And we're getting to a point where, Esau's run out of usefulness for niggas in a lot of cases. So he's starting to look at us like we're in the way and we're the problem, which he's the fucking problem. He just needs somebody to blame for his own fuck-ups. All right, but finish this verse off. "Yeah, and the things which are not, to bring to naught the things that are." Okay, and this kingdom is getting ready to be brought to nothing. Okay? You got a precept or we can go to Isaiah 47, either one.
We go to Isaiah 47. Okay. You want to start from the top?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon."
So this says the virgin daughter of Babylon. So we brought up the fact how the ancient Babylonian empire went down. Okay? This is talking about a daughter, a descendant, something that's likened unto that ancient kingdom. All right, go ahead.
God, it says, Babylon sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Sit on the ground, there is no throne. You're not going to accomplish that enterprise that you seek to fulfill, that NWO. Hell no, there is no throne. Okay? And then it goes on to say, read that again.
God, it says, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Daughter of the Chaldeans. In ancient Babylon, you had the Magi, you had the high priests who worked through left-handed means. Today, you have the same thing. You got the head of ChatGPT, you got DARPA, okay, and all their agents. All right, you got the head of Palantir. You got Bill Gates, you got the Elon Musk who are developing all this technology to deceive the people, to cast enchantments on the people, to wrap them up in this world so that when it comes to a point and everything's hitting the fan, they're gonna look at these people to salvation instead of the Most High. That's why a lot of people gonna take that chip, man. They're gonna look to this man as their God, as their deliverance, as their covering, instead of the Lord, because they don't have the spiritual vision to see how the deliverance can happen through the Lord. It wasn't given to them to see. You want to say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna quote scripture, Isaiah the 31st chapter.
Uh-huh.
Right, it goes into that, woe to that trust Egypt and trust in their swords. Right, and then on top of that, Romans 11 and 8, goes into how the Lord gave them the spirit of slumbers, eyes that they should not see, ears that they should not hear. So ultimately, man, if a nigga can't get it, man, the Lord don't want them to get it.
Yeah.
Right, and we got to be okay with that. Right, we are not complaining about that, but the ones that do get it, man, hey, them are the ones we're pouring into. But as far as anybody else, you can kick rocks.
That's right. And I also want to hinge on something. It's scriptures tell us who will be ruling the daughter of Babylon. In Psalms 137, and I'll start at verse 7. It says, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom and the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, raise it." I mean, tear it to the ground when we were being taken over.
Yeah.
They were always there advocating for our downfall because they're motivated by what? Trying to get that blessing back. They want to get us out of the way. And it's in their programming to have an innate hatred towards Jacob. That's never going to change for the Christians out there.
Yeah.
It goes on to say, it talks about Edom, then it goes right on the next verse to say what? O daughter of Babylon. So the Edomites will be ruling the daughter of Babylon. They will be ruling upon the Lord's return when you go to 2nd Ezra 6 and 9 if you want to get it.
Yeah.
O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. So they have a judgment pending on them. All right? The Lord is building up a RICO case on these people. The drug dealers in the hood, the feds don't come get them right away. They let them go on for years. So when they do decide to take them out, there's nothing they can say. That's why they got like a 98% conviction rate.
Yeah. Let them build up that tab.
They let you build that tab up, man. The Lord is letting you build up that tab. And you've got in your mind that you just gonna get away with it. You think you in that Nino Brown spirit, man. You got it?
Yeah,
Well, whenever you get to it, yeah.
Now, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. It says,
You started like,
8.
yeah.
Okay. Verse 8. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 8. It says, "And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world."
Yeah, so what he was answering Ezra's there, because Ezra was inquiring of how long between the end of the first, this rulership where the nations are ruling, and the beginning of the new world when we rule. And he was saying, Jacob's hand held the heel of Esau. Meaning, I think it goes on to say it in verse 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep reading.
God, it says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning."
And the word world there is aeon, meaning the age. You got 3 words for the word world in the scriptures. In John 3:16, the word for world there is cosmos, meaning a specific arrangement or ornament of people. Then you got oikoumene, which is the whole inhabitant earth, which is what they think is being used, and it's not. And then you have Aeon, which is an age. Okay, so Esau's the end of this age where the nations rule. Okay, and when Yahweh Shah intervenes via in the midst of World War III, that's when the new age, the everlasting age begins, when we rule. You got it.
Got back in Second Esdras chapter 6 and verse 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth."
So, really, if you're a believer in the scriptures, you should be an advocate of the end of this infrastructure and rulership, because you know after this place falls, the beginning of what we all seek is in store. If you're a believer, you should be advocating for what the Lord wants, which he wants to establish righteousness on the earth. But you have a lot of people who say they believe in the scriptures, they're complicit with this society, meaning they're accomplices to the evil. You see? You got it, bro.
Verse 10, it says, "The hand of a man is betwixt the heel and the hand of the question, as thou not."
Yeah.
And I looked into that word betwixt, which goes into it says in the space separating two people or things in between. So it's gonna be like a small space in between Esau ending and Jacob beginning, pretty much.
Well, shit, when Yahweh Shah comes and intervenes in World War III, the decimation is going to be so grand, and the terrorists are going to overtake the earth and gather all the Israelites. Our kingdom begins right then.
Yeah,
It really ain't no space.
It really ain't no
It's like, that's why he mentioned the hand was holding the heel. It wasn't like he was reaching at the heel. It was holding it. So our kingdom overlaps the end of theirs. As they're falling, ours starts in a grand fashion. There's no build up to us being the top.
Yeah.
It's right, boom. Yahweh shall come back. That's it. Everybody bow down. Every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess, man.
That's it on that though.
Yeah, con. Now we can go back to yeah, we can finish that. I think the top first two verses, and then we'll go to 2 Thessalonians because we've been mentioning it. Then we can get into Habakkuk 2. Unless you know.
God. This is Isaiah chapter 47, and
You can read one. You can read one again. Just read it all the way through.
All right, verse 1, starting at verse 1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate."
People are realizing, man, America ain't what it's cracked up to be. There's no such thing as the American dream. There's no hope in this society. It's really just a bodyguard to Israel to forward a digital prison to where everybody's is in further captivity. People are waking up to that fact, especially the ordinary Edomite. They're realizing they're getting cut out of the deal. You still got a lot of Edomites they're still blinded by all the spell casting with the media and all that too. They think it's these people, it's the immigrants. But you got a lot of Edomites who are realizing, hold up, these fucking small hats are the root of everything.
Yep.
And they're mad about it, man. And they getting ready to crash out. These people getting ready to crash the fuck out, man. For real.
Yeah.
You can say something. You got about to say something? Verse 2. You read verse.
I was thinking about
Yeah.
it. All right, Isaiah chapter 47, verse 2. It says, "Take the millstone and grind mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers."
So if you've seen the movie The Wizard of Oz, that curtain is being pulled back on this place. People, again, they're sobering up. They're seeing it for what it is. The nations that were in confederate with this damn whore, they're seeing it for what it is. They're sobering up like, hold up. This bitch gave me crabs. It burned when I peed. They done laid down with this whore, and now they realizing that the benefits ain't all it's cracked up to be dealing with her. They're realizing America is just a subsidiary of Israel, and they know how Israel get down. Israel has no friends or allies. They have no partnerships. They'll throw your ass under the bus as soon as you get in their way or you got something that they want. All right? And that's why the scriptures also say the least of the flock shall draw them out, man. I think that's also in Jeremiah. We didn't read that in Jeremiah 50, but I think it's there too. where it talks about the Amalekites, they're going to draw the whole world into a conflict. The least of the flock is going to draw them out. Okay?
All right. Back in Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 3, it says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
That's what we mentioned earlier. The Lord ain't coming back and he ain't going to meet them as a man. He going to meet them as a great power. Because carnally speaking, yeah, man, this man get down on your ass quick. He told that Colombia was talking shit. The dude said, come get me. The president of Colombia, he was like, I ain't worried about it, come get me.
Yeah,
all right? And then it came out, the reports of how it went down in Venezuela. Everybody changed their tune.
Nah,
Everybody, oh, okay.
Oh, it was that easy?
My bad, you know, we was tripping.
Didn't know you had that.
Yeah, people heard. Yeah. Who else wants some of Debo? Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
What was the other old man on Friday said? He was, you want some Me Too, old man? He said, no.
Yeah. Oh.
that's how, yeah.
That's your hair, right?
Yeah, bro. But Russia, China, they gonna be the ones to stand up to this devil. But it's gonna be with help. The weak say I'm strong. You know, they gonna have a whole legion of nations to get to, and America's allies go turn on them.
Yep. Everybody finna get ready to jump this motherfucker, man.
Yeah, man, they gonna jump Debo.
Pretty much.
Gonna hit his ass with that brick. That's what's getting ready to happen, man. And that's the prophet's job to come out here and say that. And we're saying that at some point in time, they're gonna want our lives for this. So we say, hey man, we hazarding our lives for the sake of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. Those that stood so stiffly, we're gonna be, we're gonna be commended. Abrahatazar, we're a part of that number, commended for standing stiffly for the things of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah under this threat, man. Because saying what we're saying right now at this point in time, they're gonna run it back, and it's gonna be under the category of treason.
Yeah.
You know. Then we could go get 2 Thessalonians 2, and then we'll tie that in. We'll read all the way down through 12, and we'll go through Habakkuk 2 after that.
God. You want me to start at like 4? Or you want to start at 1?
We start at 3.
3? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Now the man of sin in our time, he's being revealed. Okay? I think on verse 7, it's going to talk about the mystery of iniquity that already worked. Because during that time, the Romans was ruling. So Paul was giving them a hint as to who he was, talking about. We're still in the Roman Empire. This is the revised version of the Roman Empire. As the scriptures say, that deadly wound was healed. So there's 4 major kingdoms, which, we're given in Daniel the 7th chapter to allow us to have a pulse on what part of the story we're in. Not that we know the exact day. No man knows the time of day, right? But we've been given a roundabout and signs to see, to know what part of the story that we're in.
Yeah, we've been given this, the season, right? We at least know what season we're in. We're in the season of
We're in season 3. It's the season. It's the finale. Yep. We know this ain't season 1 of the show.
Yeah, bro. Beginning.
Yeah, we ain't the beginning of the story. Don't let Genesis hear that. Well, them niggas ain't even Genesis no more. I don't know what the fuck. That nigga put a tie on. You see that?
Oh
that
shit.
He can put a tie on. That nigga shaved his head. He like I guess he the Christian Kevin Samuels. I don't know. Yeah, the nigga's through, man.
For that money, huh?
But look what that money make a bitch do. But you got it.
Back in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4. It says, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God.
And we touched on this a little bit earlier with the Edomites and the Magi's that are in the forefront of pushing their agenda, especially with this AI, the way that they speak with Noah Yuval Harari. We don't need God. We can make our own water. You understand? We have the tyrants of old didn't have the access to the tools that we have today. They're in that spirit right there. They have that God complex. You go to Isaiah the 14th chapter as well. I'll get it. You go to Isaiah the 14th chapter as well. It talks about how he desires to sit upon the throne of God. Let me get it really quick. And we'll go back to where we were at. Isaiah 14. 13. It says, For thou hast said in thine heart, La'ab, the mind, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. The stars of God will be the Israelites. I will sit also upon the mountain of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. They have the God complex. That's the nation that moves in that vibration. You got it, bro.
God, back in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4 from the top, it says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Yeah, that's why, he goes around naming shit, renaming shit. Oh, it's the Gulf of America now. Nigga goes into the earth, makes hybrid variations of the fruits and the vegetables and patents it. He's trying to hijack creation to the point where he want to put a chip in you and hijack your ass. That jump shot they pushed in 2020, they got a patent on that. And they had a document that came out, but they tried to sweep it under the rug I forgot the website where you go look up patents. That anybody who took that jump shot, you're in possession of their property, so they don't have ownership over this person.
That's it.
They moving. This nigga's crazy, bro.
That shit is crazy.
This nigga's crazy. Yeah. When you see that, forgive me, in my folly. I watch Power sometime.
Oh, you watch
one of the shows, one of the characters on there told another character, I own you, nigga. They in that spirit to where they feel like a god. But they're no god. They're really the base man of the earth.
Yep.
And that's about to be revealed to everybody, man. They about to be put on Front Street. The Lord about to put their ass on Front Street, man. Continue on, bro.
Yep. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 5, it says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time.
Mm-hmm.
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
The Romans was ruling. It was a hint to the church in Thessalonica. Go ahead.
Only he who know will let until he be taken out of the way.
Is it now let it, or is it?
Oh, my bad. I said no. My bad. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
Okay, go ahead.
And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Now through the prophets, this man is being consumed with the spirit of the Lord's mouth. Okay? And they're also going to be physically consumed upon the return of the Lord. I think that's 2 Ezra, is that 13th chapter? Or is it the 16th chapter? It's 13, I think. Where it talks about the Lord coming in the midst of World War III.
Yeah,
Ezra said, I seen them grave that big mountain.
Yeah, it's 16.
It's 16? 16 or 13. Just double check for those who might be taking notes. I don't know why I get those two mixed up, the chapters.
I do too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
See what chapter it is. It should be right at the top of the chapter. Chapter 13.
Dream by 9.
Yeah.
Okay,
13, yeah.
13,
Second Ezra 13 chapter. They physically gonna be consumed as well, man. You know? You can go back.
That is saying. I'm sitting there looking at it now. Like, how did I not do that? All right, back in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, and I'm going to read verse 8. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
There's a people upon the earth who their coming is after the working of Satan. They carry out his bidding on the earth, just like you have those who carry out the bidding of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah on the earth. Balance. All right, but that man who's carrying out the vibration of Satan, he's being revealed in this time, man, in a big way. You got it, bro.
God, so you know how it says, after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders.
And the power and signs and lying wonders is going to be done through his technology, man. So we've been, the apostles on down, man, have been telling the world this. Day after day after day for years, decades, right? So nobody's gonna be with excuse when it actually plays out and they're confronted with that choice, man, to conform or to stand, man. Like Daniel and his partners. They said, no, I'm not bending the knee to you. Like and Esther. What was her uncle's name? Golly.
What was the author name?
Her uncle's name in Esther. Haman. Haman and
Haman. You talking about Haman, not Mordecai? Or, you know,
his name is Mordecai, right?
Yeah,
Mordecai wasn't going.
Yeah, Mordecai.
He wasn't
yeah.
finna.
Okay.
He like, hey, nigga, you got me fucked up.
Mordecai was a fucking.
Yeah, that's a reoccurring theme in the scriptures for a reason. Because you have to be in that spirit, man, when it comes time to stand against the evildoer. Right now we're doing it, but that's gonna be the big stand. When you say, I don't need your ship to survive in this society. The Lord gonna feed me. The Lord gonna give me drink. The Lord gonna give me sustenance. The Lord gonna give me a cover. That's a reoccurring theme in the scriptures for a reason, man. So it's embedded into the people, man, that's hearkening unto the word. You see?
And that's why it's so important to really, man, just call all y'all by Shema Shai. He revealed the truth to us to begin with, because now that we know the truth, man, we can't be deceived with what the devil's doing.
We can see through the lie.
Yeah, we see it through the lie, right? You know, for we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? Not like everybody else. Everybody else falling for the okie doke every time, right? Let it be a miracle, man. They got technology to where the paraplegic can start walking, right? Esau setting it up to where, like, oh, you telling us not to take this and it can make people walk. He can see now.
You don't want grandma to walk again, nigga? They gonna be looking at us like we the bad guy.
Yeah, like we like, nah, man.
And
Lord don't fuck with that.
Yeah, and that's why they gonna get that cancerous sore, man. It's gonna be revealed to everybody,
sword.
man. The choices, the end of the choices you're making, that you either made the right choice or the wrong one, man. And neither one of the choices is gonna be an easy road. You might as well suffer for righteousness, nigga. But a nigga don't think like that. They need instant gratification because they serve their flesh. They don't serve the Lord. They're a slave to the flesh.
Exactly.
Most niggas, man, they not doing things to build up a calluses to the desires of their flesh on a regular basis. You got brothers, brothers do it on regular, man. You got brothers that may, they go work out and practice, work on their discipline that way. You got brothers who, do particular things to align more with the spirit. Brothers fast to separate from the desires of the flesh so they're able to, walk spiritually and perceive spiritually, man.
Yeah.
That's not a common theme for the typical person. That's not a common theme for a lot of people that know they Israelites. So when they're confronted with that test and they ain't eating in a couple days, what you think they're gonna do? When they confronted with that test, because the chip is just ain't gonna be food and drink. It might be, hey, we got this section of the city blocked off. If you want to be over here where we're safety, you don't gotta look over your shoulder to be admitted into this region. You gotta take, you know what I mean? It's gonna be all, a lot is gonna come with it.
The scriptures talk about it says some rock. It talks about the necessities of life. You know what I'm saying? It talks about water, food, and place, shelter. That's all gonna be a part of it, bro.
It's everything seemingly gonna be taken away from people unless they bend that knee. So they're gonna be willing to do whatever to have some sense of normalcy, man. But the elect no different. The elect, bro, during that time, when people come across a member of the elect or a man of the Lord, they're gonna be like, wow, the Lord has to be with this guy. Look at him.
Yeah.
How is he able to navigate like this? He look healthy, he don't look malnourished, he don't look bewildered, he don't look in distress.
Yeah, dude, chilling.
This is an older movie, but it was a movie called Class Act with Kid and Play, and it was a character named Popsicle. And then when they showed up at the new school and whooped the bully, Popsicle was like, hey man, can I be down with y'all? Can I kick it with y'all? He was in that spirit that like, I just gotta cleave under these dudes, man. People gonna be trying to cleave unto the man of the elect. That's why the scriptures say a man of the Lord should be fine as gold during that day. Hiding place from the wind. I gotta use the bathroom. I'm glad this brother showed up, man, because I've been waiting on him. Shalom. Stop. I'll be right back, bros. Y'all carry it on.
Yeah. Matter of fact, since you made that point, I might as well go ahead and bring that up. Because the elect, man, they're gonna be pretty much they're already as fine gold, but it's just not gonna be made manifest until shit hits the fan. right? When you can't go to, your local grocery store to get what you want, to get some food, right? When you can't, when it's unsure, like, what's going to happen next, right? When all the shit that's going on within this world, man, as Scripture said, man, then shall they know a prophet been among them. When shit hitting the fan, when Esau really starts showing his horse for real, man, right? But we can go ahead. Matter of fact, I don't know where that said.
What is y'all bringing up? Y'all brought Isaiah 32 yet?
No.
I got you.
No, you can get that.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 32. I'm gonna start at the top. It says, "Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment." All right, we know that that king is going into Yahushua. The princes are going into the elect, man. That 144,000 that you read about in Revelation chapter 7, 12,000 from each tribe. And I'm continuing on, verse 2, this is the point. "A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of waters in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land." And that's not talking about any man. This is going into the elect, man. You see? It's backing what the brothers was going into about how the Lord is going to make a man more precious than fine gold. And these women are going to see, all right, the value of the man of the Lord. The whole earth is going to see the value of the man of the Lord, man. You see? All these so-called high-value mans in this society, when this society collapses, man, them niggas ain't going to have no value, man. The only thing that's going to be of value, all right, is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, all right, and those men who possess it. You see? Because we, Lord willing, we're part of that number. We the only ones who don't know what's going on and how to move in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. The hour of temptation, when society collapses, man, these people's hopes are going to fall with this society, man. You see? Yep. And that hope is just this society fall, man. You got something?
Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." Just adding on to the point, man, how we're going to have that wisdom. Well, the elect, Lord, when we're part of that, is going to have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to ultimately be able to navigate through these times, man. Right? We get into a situation, what we're going to do? We're going to call on the Lord. Simple as that. Right? But everybody else is not being conditioned to do that. All right? Everybody else is so like, pretty much into themselves, fulfilling the lust of their flesh, man, what makes them feel good at night or during the day, right? That bro, they're not going to know what to do. That's why it says in Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. Since you are lacking in knowledge in Yahweh Bashem Shah, man, you're going to be destroyed, man. Right? This place is, the coming of the Lord is going to catch you as a thief in the night, man. Right? You're going to be the one sitting there and be like, oh, shit, like, you're going to fulfill that wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. All right, the ones that were like, amazed, counted their life to be madness. Right? And you don't want to be a part of that, man. So it's best that you start serving the Lord pretty much as soon as possible. Right? Because there's nothing but benefits that come from it. Yeah, okay, you got to suffer now. Right? You got to suffer now, so what? You ain't got to suffer later. But if it's either you suffering now or you're going to suffer later. Either or, you're going to suffer regardless. Why not suffer for righteousness' sake, where it actually means something? Right? Because this is the only thing that you can do that's not vain. Solomon. If you can receive in the spirit, man, Yahweh Shah pretty much. The Ecclesiastes, the first book, the first chapter of Ecclesiastes, he just goes into, he talks about how all things are vain. Man, vanity, all things are vanity. Man do the work under the sun is pretty much still vain. Right? So with that being said, man, if Solomon knew and he was like, man, he's the rich of the rich, 40 years apiece, right? If he's saying all things are vain, how much more now? And it's the worst it's ever been.
Hey, can I get something for you since you mentioned the net, bro?
Yeah, you got it.
I'm gonna get Ecclesiastes chapter 12, and I'm gonna get the last two verses, verse 13, because the brother was going into all the things that Solomon was tapping into and saying like how basically everything is vanity. Yeah. You see, so what's the only thing to do? Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13, it says, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man."
Exactly. So as it said, it's the whole duty of man. Fear the Lord and keep his commandments. Right? You can't go wrong with that. Right? Because if you fear the Lord, man, Sirach the 2nd chapter goes all into that. I quote it all the time. Right? The perks, the good things that just simply fearing the Lord brings. All right, and keeping his commandments, man. Scripture goes into, man, if you love me, keep my commandments. So you show the Lord you love him by keeping his commandments to the best of your abilities. As it says in Judges 5 and 11, right? How pretty much the elect, they're going to be rehearsing the righteous act. What it means to rehearse, to put it to practice. Meaning you're not going to get it 100%. That's for when we get into new bodies. Right, so for the guys that are talking about, the law, just so gun ho about the law that they can't even keep anyway, right? You just screwing yourself over. We're putting it, but we are putting it into practice though, doing the best we can behind enemy lines, right? But I was trying to get the scripture. What was it? 1 Corinthians, I found it. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 58. It says, "Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord." Exactly. So your labor, that's the only thing that's not vain when it comes to serving Yahweh Shem Shah, because guess what? You storing up, spiritual riches, right? Your spiritual bank account for the evil day ultimately, right? Everything else, man, you could lose it according to what Matthew the 6th chapter. Right, you could lose it. It can be taken from you, right, in the blink of an eye. Hell, you got athletes, man. They literally want this one injury. They could be done. Right. Just one injury. They done spend. You mean somebody that spent their whole life, pretty much busting their ass in the gym, right? To do what? Play football or basketball or whatever sport it may be, right? Just busting their ass, and one injury just take them out. They done. Man. You could break your leg. Done.
That's why the scriptures call it corruptible crowns.
Yeah.
But I got something to back your point. What is can you read that one more time?
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 58. It says, "Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord."
Right, and you have a lot of Israelite camps who are not, like it says, always abounding, man. All throughout the week, man, brothers are abounding in the work of the Lord, man. Whether it's being charitable or coming out here doing the work. We out here it is. It's a Wednesday night, man. Brothers just got out work tired, but we still out here doing the work of the Lord, and it's cold, man. You see? It's cold as hell out here. You know what I'm saying? This wind cutting. But this is what we do. We're not doing this in vain, man. You see? Because like the brother said, read the last part of that verse, bro?
God. Oh, shit.
That's all good. It said basically it's not all the stuff that we're doing is not in vain, man.
Yeah.
You see, so I'm gonna pull this out to back that up, bro.
Okay.
It's Proverbs 14 and verse 23. It says, "In all labor there is profit." You see, so in all labor, man, you go to Esau's job and you work during the week. You see, and you looking for what? You looking to get paid Friday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how much more the Lord, man? You see, you think the Lord is gonna leave what? You think the Lord is gonna leave us hanging out to dry, man? And we sacrificing our lives for this ministry, man? No. The Lord is, even right now, we receiving benefits, man, by doing this work, by being amongst the body, living the scriptures, man, showing the spirits of the fruits of the spirit, man. Actually living the fruits of the spirit, man. You see? And it's gonna ultimately continue. It's ultimately gonna shine in the time that we coming into, man. Like it said, like the Lord said, my servant shall eat, but you shall starve, man. Yeah, you shall be hungry, man. You see? Shit is about to get real tight, man. Shit is getting tight, you know?
And the investment gonna pay off in a time of trouble when everything hit the fan. That's when everybody gonna realize, damn, that Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter.
Right, yeah.
Them realizing they chose the pathway of darkness happens before we beamed up. Them realizing, damn, I didn't choose the right way. They're gonna be realizing that before, but the culmination of it all is gonna be us being taken up. That's gonna be the ultra verification, like, damn, it really was them.
Right.
The whole time. They was right there. I had all that time, space, and opportunity.
Right.
Nothing but time and opportunity, baby. They had all that time and opportunity, but they set it not the Lord's counsel, like it talks about in Proverbs 1. But those who built their riches in the kingdom of heaven, in Matthew 6, was that what I was reading?
No, I quoted it, but I can get it.
Yeah, you set your riches in the kingdom of heaven. Those can't be tainted or corrupted. Anything you get from this so-called white man, he can take that shit back. Ask Kanye West. Ask Prince. Ask Bill Cosby. Ask Michael Jackson. Your reputation and everything that you have can be tarnished here on this side. But what you receive from the Lord, man, is going to be forevermore.
Right.
So because we're motivated by the fear of the Lord, you see us out here putting in these investments, man. Apostle Gabar, maybe 6 years ago, he did a lesson called "Get This Money," and he was talking about the truth. This is how you. This the real money. This the real currency. Right. In the day when everything hit the fan, people ain't gonna be worried about them greenbacks.
Right.
They ain't gonna be worried about that.
Right,
they ain't gonna be worried about that chip either. Because even if you take that chip, you still gonna be in straits. You still gonna be going through hell and bullshit.
Right.
But those who fear the Lord.
Man, say if I can make a point, bro. Because when the society collapses, like you said, bro, that bag that they chasing, you know what I'm saying? This is like you said, this is the true bag that you should be chasing, man. Because this bag ain't got holes in it, man. You see? Because when this society collapses, this bag that we've been storing up in the heavens, not gonna collapse, man. It's gonna continue on into the new world, man. You see? But these people bags, they did 200,000, 300,000, they got saved up in their savings account. When Esau shuts this shit down, they gonna lose that shit, bro. You see? And then they gonna realize, damn, I done wasted, you know what I'm saying? All the shit that they done worked hard for, spent their time, and put their energy into doing, you know what I'm saying, was for nothing.
God, I got it. Something.
Okay, go ahead. I want to read it to back the brother up real quick.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
This Proverbs 23 and 5, okay, because that bag, like you mentioned, bro, it's going to have holes in it in that day. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven.
Right. So anything can happen, man.
Yeah.
These are uncertain riches, thus saith the scriptures, man. Anything can happen. You can go to the fucking pump and get some gas, and on your way home, next thing you know, you getting charges on your car. What the fuck? You know, $300 Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Shit just gone. You know what I'm saying?
And rent due tomorrow.
Right. Through. You know what I'm saying? Like that, bro. A nigga will lose it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what I mean?
Niggas start blaming people that don't got shit to do with it.
Right, yeah. You know?
Bitch, you gave somebody my card.
Right.
That shit crazy.
Right, man.
Yeah.
But can you read that one more time, bro?
Okay, yeah, Proverbs 23 and 5 is one of my favorites, man, when it comes to money. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven.
Right, fly away, man. They about to fly away. These people are gonna see, man. We see it all the time on our social media pages. You know what I'm saying? Amongst particular family members that you know what I'm saying, they got it on this side, man.
Yeah.
Some brothers got family members that just doing they shit. They doing good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they boast, they proud of it too.
Yeah.
They real prideful, man. Niggas are prideful over carnal shit, man. This nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they equate their value to their possessions.
Right. And the Lord said, hey, a man's life is not measured by what he possesses, man. You see? Because this is the true riches, man. Watch out, man. In the kingdom, man, these people are gonna understand. Our families, they gonna understand. They're gonna hold their head down in shame. Lord willing, we continue to endure to the end.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, damn, man, you were right the whole time, bro.
Fucked up.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be a part of that group, man.
Yeah.
You want to be a part of the group that stood so stiffly, that like Ezra seen in 2 Ezra chapter 2.
Because you're going to have 2/3 of our people, they're going to be immortal too, but it's going to be a different level of status. We don't know exactly what it's going to look like,
Right.
but the Lord's going to make a clear distinction between the elect and the Israelite. They both going to be immortal in the kingdom, but it's going to be a distinction between the two.
Right.
We don't know, they might be smaller in stature, they might have a different, but even the nation's going to see it. They're going to be like, oh, here, Israelite, but that's one of the elect. It's going to be a difference in status.
They ain't gonna be able to sit at your house. The elect is gonna be able to sit and eat at your Yahweh's table, man.
Proximity to the power is gonna be different.
Right.
You see, and people not gonna equate our value to the riches. They're gonna equate our value to these men are upright. These are the righteous men. These men are in close proximity to the source of power, the Almighty. Because in this world, man, really, money, all it is a physical manifestation of your time and energy, your life force, basically. You get a physical amount for the time and energy you gave to something. Now in this world, the devil has made these people's time and energy worth pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
Right? How much? What's going to be the physical manifestation of a person that's immortal, that has limitless time and energy? You're not going to be able to put what's that old Geico commercials? Was it Geico? When they would be like priceless. When they would be like, saving this amount of money on your car insurance, priceless.
I can't remember, bro.
Well, y'all know
It's some insurance company.
I don't know if it's Geico or Allstate, But yeah,
elements rise
you're not
above.
gonna be able to put a price on what the elect have, or what they're able to do, the access to life that they have. You're not gonna be able to put a price on it, man.
Right.
Man, we're gonna have spiritual power. We're gonna have manipulation over the elements. A substance isn't gonna be anything to us. Y'all got it. We did mention we read that Proverbs 23 and 5, but we mentioned Matthew 6, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
This is Matthew chapter 6 and verse 19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth,
Y'all got it.
where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. So don't lay up yourself. Basically, don't put all your eggs in this basket. All right, the big eggs in this world, giving your all ultimately to Esau Edom, because that's what you're doing, right? Where, as it says, where moth and rust doth corrupt, where thieves break through and steal, where and ultimately where it can be taken away from you, right? So you don't want to put your all in this place. You don't want to fulfill that wisdom of Solomon, fifth child. We have reared ourselves in wickedness, right? You tired yourself out and basically doing shit here because it's vain. It's a waste of time, and on top of that, you can lose it all at a blink of an eye.
It don't lead to nothing because anything you're building here is gonna be destroyed anyway because his whole kingdom is gonna be destroyed. You got it, bro.
2 Peter chapter 3 and verse
Ooh, that's what I was
starting at
thinking
verse
about,
10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
And the works that are therein shall be burned up. All the infrastructure, that business, that shed you built in the background, that don't mean shit.
Right.
This shit gonna be burnt up. We always bring up the analogy of America being a house set for demolition. This whole kingdom and empire being a house set for demolition. You say, oh, you can stay there till the first, but on the first, you're tearing it down. You're not gonna be super invested in it. You're not gonna be renovating it and putting sofa in there. You ain't gonna be doing all that.
Yeah.
Because you know it's getting ready to be torn down. When you equip with this knowledge, you have that understanding. Okay, so you're not gonna be super invested in this place. And it doesn't it insulates you from manipulation by the wicked. Because if you're not invested in this place, what can he give or take away from you to make you do what he wants?
Right.
He can't manipulate you. That's how you control a person. You give them what they want or you take it away. But we want the kingdom of heaven. He has no jurisdiction over that.
Right.
So he can't do nothing with the elect, which is why we're so dangerous. Abra Cesar, again, we're part of that number. But who else could it goddamn be? Right? Who else is sincerely doing the work? You know, we say that, but at the end of the day, not everybody's in the race. We just pray that we stay in it for the long haul.
Right.
You know?
Then to the end, right?
I'm gonna read this last one, bro. This last verse.
Okay, you got it.
2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 11, it says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
You got it, bro.
Yeah, so understanding that this world is gonna come to the end, what should you be putting your energy into? You know what I'm saying? Like the brother said, man, shit. Yeah, we in the world, we gotta have these particular things, you know what I'm saying? But we not putting our energy into building in this place, man.
It ain't my dream
Right.
to make a life for myself here.
I'm not looking down the road 15, 20 years later on what you know, oh, bitch ass, what's your goal?
What's your
and
5-year plan?
Right.
What's your 10-year plan?
Right. You know what I'm saying? The kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
You
we're
know?
not saying that you don't have, like you're not mapping your life out.
Right.
Like I'm here, I'm gonna do this, but you're not gonna be heartbroken if it don't go that way. Cause
Right.
you're like, well, shit, I'm just doing this because I got to, really.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, say
You
be
gotta-
pilgrims.
Yeah.
They setting a thing. Now, them niggas trying to set up a permanent home when the Lord said be a pilgrim.
Yeah, that's why
You
Alizé was like, we might be 30 years, might be here another 1,000 years.
Yeah.
He said, I got 1,000 more years of this kid.
Right.
It's gonna be me and this baby kid.
This kid.
The kid.
Damn.
Well, I bet you regret saying that now.
Boy,
That shit's
look, hey man, hey, the Lord gonna reveal a lot more people this year, but he already got his second in command out the way. Look at him. You know?
You
You
got it.
got it, bro.
Back in Matthew chapter 6 and verse 20. It says, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
What does that look like in practice? Okay? That means you're gonna be giving your time to spiritual things, getting to know the Lord. You're gonna be paying attention to prophecy. You're gonna be trying to be a light in the world to the best of your ability. walking in the Spirit, using the opportunities that the Lord gives you to grow in the faith, right? Because He always putting you in situations that are uncomfortable. You stop looking at life like, oh man, you start realizing, oh, the Lord is strengthening me. I need to learn how to deal with this kind of scenario because this keeps happening to me. Maybe the Lord is trying to show me something and this is a weakness I have in this area. How do I need to deal with this in the most spiritual sense? So you start looking at the life and the bullshit and the hell we catch as just hell, and you start looking at it as a training opportunity to build your spiritual muscles up. You start to move and perceive differently. All right? There's a lot of people who know they're Israelites, and they're just like, man, so long as Israelite, I just been catching shit and just been going right. Well, done, nigga. The Lord is trying to get you to become something else. He's trying to pull you up, and you don't get pulled up by getting patted on the back. The scriptures say, my son, have not come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Okay? So as you're building these riches in the kingdom of heaven, that comes along with trials.
Yeah.
You got it, bro.
If I make a quick point,
Make a loan.
It's like a little saying pretty much in the world, you know, smooth seas don't make strong sailors, right? So you have to be put in a predicament of being uncomfortable, being challenged, whether it's physically or mentally, more so mentally, in order to grow ultimately in this thing. You're not finna grow if you're sitting there chilling, feeling good, and getting whatever the fuck you want all the time, right? You're gonna be at that same spot, if not worse. That's all that.
Right, yeah, like you said, a calm sea doesn't make an experienced sailor. No experience, bro. I got something real quick, bro. It's Job chapter 7 and verse 18 in the NLT. It says, you examine us every morning and test us every moment.
Damn. Yeah.
Go ahead now. Go ahead, get down, bro.
He said, examine us every morning, and he tests us every moment, right? So, bro, the Lord, He's always testing this man, right? Examining you. I'm like, okay, so I know he weak in this area, or I know he need to get improved in this area, or whatever. And Lord, He'll plan out your day according to that, right? You like, damn, Lord, looking at you, you need some more patience, right? You going to work, or you got to be patient as hell that day.
Right.
Hell, even if it's not work, you know, you might be off work, go to the gas station, you got to deal with some nigga or some shit.
Right.
Or whatever it may be.
Be acting like an asshole behind the cash register.
Yeah, he used a nigga woman a lot of times.
Right, yeah. Hey, but backing your point up, like you said, bro, the Lord tested you, man. Like it's like a say like a toy factory. You know what I'm saying? It's putting the different parts together, and after they testing it to make sure it's working properly.
Yeah,
they got the, you know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. That's exactly what the Lord is doing with us, man. You know, He's sending us down the assembly line. Okay, I'm gonna put this in, see if this works properly. See,
Arms
you know
work.
Right.
Can the hand rotate?
Right.
When I press the button, does it say the right thing?
Right, yeah.
So you got a toy, you press the button on it, it'll say the catchphrase.
Right.
I used to have a Buzz Lightyear toy, right? You press the buttons on the nigga chest. Buzz Lightyear.
Right.
Defender of the universe. You know what I mean?
He
He's
saw
singing
this,
the song,
right? He saw this, didn't build that, and then just simply he tested that shit and make, like the brother said, and make sure it worked right. Make sure the wind came out and the lights came on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Likewise with the Lord, man. You know.
So yeah, you start perceiving things as a spiritual man would. Now I know the people that are watching, you come across this, you think about shit in your life that damn, this situation happens to me often. So instead of just looking at it like, damn, this happens to me often, clearly the Lord keeps putting that damn scenario on a loop in your life.
Right.
You ain't just putting a rerun on your life just for the sake of it. You're put in that situation because it's something that you need to figure out and do different. It's something that the Lord's trying to get you to see. But a carnal person, they just go through the shit, keep getting hit with the same punch.
Right.
You know, the Lord over there in the corner, like, the right hook coming. You just, put your hands up, protect yourself.
Right.
It's just like, God damn, your eye about to fall out your head. You done got hit so many times with that right hook. You know? But again, we still got refining to do. All right? So we got to take this serious. That's why David said, search in me, oh God, if there be any wicked way in me. Y'all know what that said? Because like the scriptures also say, the wicked, they don't go to the light. But a brother that's sincere, He comes to the light. He wants to be examined. He wants to be scopelled so that he's ready for the test when the time comes. Because this isn't a group test. If you didn't know, we're not taking this test as a group. Okay? This is an individual test, man. You remember how it was back in school? Back when I was in school, they used to put the boulders up around you, so nobody could look at your test. You gonna take your own test, man. Let me see if I can find it.
I think 23.
Okay.
Psalms 139 and verse 23.
Yeah.
It says, search me, O power, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts.
What did it say above it? Like
I hate them with a perfect hate.
Yeah.
You saw right there?
Yeah.
This is Psalms 139. I'm gonna start at verse 21.
Okay.
It says, Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? Am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee?
We always say that if you somebody that truly loves you, how about Shah, you hate evil. And if you hate evil, your soul aches being here. Your soul is aching because you're surrounded by evil constantly. All right? That's also gassing your tank to turn towards righteousness. All right? That's also gassing your tank to lock in on what the Lord has set for us to do. You see? Go ahead, bro.
It says, like, verse 22, it says, I hate them with a perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. Search me, O power, and know my heart.
We don't look at everybody as our brother or our sister. Even people on this side. 2/3 of these people, man, they got to fucking go.
Right.
The scriptures in Sirach 12 say, know who you do good unto. I don't feel guilty about not helping a nigga.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm worried about, like it was told to Ezra. It was told to Ezra by the angel, be worried about those who be like thee. I'm worried about those who fighting what I'm fighting for. All right, the rest of these people, man, they missile food. Okay, you got it, bro.
All right, continuing on. Psalms 139 and verse 23. Search me, O power, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts. And see if there see if there be any wicked way in me.
So the right spirit to have in our walk, right, is to search yourself. You should be keeping a pulse on yourself, like the scriptures say, examine thyself, whether thou be in the faith. You should know the areas you're weak in. If you're doing the work, bro, you're gonna know that you're gonna be paying attention. Like, okay, I'm weak here. This shit I need to work on. I need to pick up my pace in this area of my life. You have some self-awareness. You ever been around a dude, you're doing a job with him, or he not aware of where he fuck up at? I'm gonna plug it up right quick. Y'all been around people like that, right? They're not really self-aware, like, nigga, what are you talking about? You need to work on this. The elect, we're gonna be self-aware of what we need to work on because you're paying attention, because the Lord gonna show you what you need to work on.
Yeah.
You know? Sheesh.
Like you said, if you examine yourself, but majority of people, they don't really examine themselves. Right, but a man of the Lord, man, they're going to be examining themselves pretty much daily, right? Every day. Okay, so what can I do better today? Right? What can I do better today? What can I do this pleasing unto the Lord? What can I work on? You know, planning their day out, ultimately surrounding Yahweh Shem Shah to the best of their ability, right? Instead of trying to make time for everything else and never for the Lord, they always try to fit the Lord in, and whatever else fits working around that. Ultimately, even with jobs. No, Jake, you get a job, first thing you think about, okay, can I make any of the camps? Can I make at least one of them? If you can't make none of them, then you probably shouldn't work the job.
That ain't your job. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't work the job. Right? If you feel the, what happened recently, if you feel the need to take off weeks of doing the work for a job, then that's probably not the job you need to be working.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy. Nigga, what?
It's like it lets you know where your priorities are. If your priority is of the Lord, you're gonna be putting the Lord first, and everything else is coming second.
Yeah, that's somebody that's just looking for an excuse.
Right.
You don't got enough faith to be like, all right, man, just hold off. The Lord gonna give me something that's gonna suffice for me. I'm gonna have faith that the Lord gonna put me in a position to where I can suffice and handle my situation. I don't gotta sacrifice my energy towards Him and give it to this cracker. Right? You gotta trust. Sometimes the Lord might not give you a certain amount of money because you ain't ready to deal with it yet. You know? You had something, bro? I see you over there.
Oh, this was his last verse.
Got it.
Going back in Psalms 139 and verse 24. It says, "And see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way of it's like it says, and lead me in the way everlasting."
You got it.
Can you read it in NLT, the last verse?
Psalms 139 and verse 24 in the NLT, it says, "Point out anything in me that offends you, and lead me along the path of everlasting life."
Exactly. That's the spirit that the elect's gonna be in, right? Point out anything that offends you. Ultimately, that's wrong in me that offends you, right? Because that's the goal of the elect anyway, to please the Lord, man. Right? That's part of fearing the Lord. Those that fear the Lord will seek what's well pleasing unto Him. Right? So the Lord, He's gonna point out some things in you, like, yep, I want you to work on that. Oh, yep, don't forget about that.
And if you refuse to work on him, he'll put your business on Front Street. If you refuse to acknowledge what you need to be fixing, he'll put it out on Front Street. The Lord will allow you to realize what you need to work on in private. But if you put that shit off, he'll make it public.
And don't let you. I'm about to say, don't be prideful about it. You know, you over here, you sit on a high horse, thinking your shit don't stink, and then it turns out your shit really do stink.
Real bad.
Yeah, Sirach, what 1 and 30. You know, cast your business in front of the congregation. My friend, let me see if I get that, because I know it's Sirach 1 and 30, but I forgot how it's worded.
I got one after you too.
Want me to get it for you, bro?
Yeah, for people to.
Con, this is the book of Sirach. Yeah, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 1 and verse 30. All right, and it reads, "Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall and bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so the Most High discover thy secrets and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in the truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit."
Exactly. So exalt not thyself, lest you bring dishonor upon your own soul. Because ultimately, you exalting yourself. You letting the Lord know, like, Lord, I'm perfect. My shit don't stink. There ain't nothing you can do. The Lord, He will quickly show you. He will quickly embarrass you. He will exploit your weaknesses to His fullness. Right? Like, and He'll do it in front of people. You know, he'll like you went into the Peggy man.
Yeah.
Right? He extorts. He gave you time though. That's the thing. The Lord, He's patient with you. He'll give you time to get right. But if you don't get right, you got worse, and you exalted yourself more. Like, you know what? Fuck it, man. Expose your ass. Now you on this shit crying. Now I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this dude. He around YNs all the time now. Oh nigga, yeah, I got to do it. Hey, do Gorilla, man. I got to do Beanie on now. Some shit like that.
That nigga gangsta-licious, man. Remember your parents used to be like, you'd be around your friends, and she'd be like, don't make me embarrass you in front of your little friends.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your pops would be like, boy, I'll whoop your ass when you, all right now. In front of you, you should be sitting there looking all stupid. You knew damn well you should have been doing what you was doing. You could have saved yourself the embarrassment. Oh, man.
Yeah, so that's why you don't want to exalt yourself, man, because we all got dirt that the Lord can expose us on, just like that, bro. Let's be honest, right? Let us get out of line for real. Lord, He'll expose you. But if you being humble, right, you trying to work on these things, and hell, let alone you contrite about it, Lord, hey, that's to stay between you and the Lord.
And that's the importance of acknowledging your offenses.
Yeah.
I want to get something for y'all real quick. This is John 3:20. For everyone, that's written in red. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in God. Wrought in Yahweh.
Yeah. So anyone that does evil, man, hates the light.
Yeah,
right?
they flee away from this.
Yep. A bunch of what was it? Cockroaches, man. Right, you turn on the light, that roach, hey, scattered. Oh shit, the light. Right, that's exactly how the people are, man. Like once we talking, man, we might say in scripture or say something. Oh hell no. Satan start getting riled up in them, start scattering. Might cover their ears, start walking off or talking shit.
Not my Jeebus.
Right.
3 videos a week. Nah, for real, bro.
Like,
bro, that's bad.
I remember that the creek came out, niggas was tripping.
Bro.
Like damn.
That the creek came, yeah, bro. 3 videos a week. Like,
Bro.
You got 7 days.
because you do it one every day, like, you in the whole, like, damn.
Right.
Like we know it. See where your eyes is at, man.
You ain't that busy, my man.
Man, it goes into let me see if I can find it real quick, bro.
Okay, can you read that the light part?
Yeah. John 3:21, the last part says, "But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in God."
Exactly. He that doeth truth coming to the light, and that's something that the elect gonna do, man. Right? As the scripture says, man, as the sheep hear my voice and they follow me, right? Or follow your house shot. You know, so the sheep, man, they gonna, oh shit, my bad. They gonna come to the light, man. Right? They hear this word, everything starts clicking, start coming together. Right? Then they start growing in the truth. They realize, okay, you gotta suffer, woo. But guess what? They're gonna be in the light, man. That word's gonna be made manifest. Hell, work's being shown right now. We out here preaching. Yeah. So yeah, words being made manifest, man. Right? And Lord willing, we continue to shine, as it says in Proverbs 4, man, shining more and more to that perfect day.
Right.
But you
I
got
got
it, bro.
that. It's kind of lengthy, bro.
Come on, did that.
Right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6, and I'm gonna start at 18. I'm gonna read it in the GNT. It says, "My child, learn to value wisdom while you are young, and you will still be able to find her when you grow old."
Ooh, the foundation. You need a proper foundation, all right, to be equipped for the test in the long haul. All right? Children that were brought up in a what's the families that's fucked up, what's the word for it?
Oh, single parent household? Or you talking about the nuclear
That's a
family?
description.
Dysfunctional.
A dysfunctional home.
dysfunctional.
Golly, I can't believe that slipped my mind.
Oh.
They usually go on later in life to have dysfunctional relationships.
Right.
They don't know how to. They don't know what healthy feels wrong to them.
Oh, yeah.
Addressing boundaries and communicate, that doesn't feel right to them. In a respectful way, dealing with people upright, it don't feel right to them. Especially a woman, and she'll be like, "Oh, this is boring."
Oh.
Bitch, you're an
That
idiot.
shit's crazy.
You know what I mean?
That shit's crazy.
Go ahead.
Verse 19, it says, "Work as hard to find wisdom as a farmer who works to plow and plant his fields. Then you can expect a good harvest. You will have to work at it for a while, but you will soon be enjoying what you have earned."
Somebody who's disciplined enough to come and do the work and labor day after day after day, who doesn't shy away from things because they may seem mundane. A lot of these groups, they go hop into gimmicks, all right, because they feel like, oh, this ain't enough, we got to do more. And no, the Lord said do this and just rep it out. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off.
Right.
That's what Great Millstone is doing, man.
Right.
So when it come time for the test, you're gonna be like, oh shit, I've been doing this forever.
Yeah. Right.
But you ain't learned one kick. You ain't learned one kick properly. So you finna get an ass whooping from hell. What the ancient saying is Bruce Lee said it.
Yeah,
I feel the man who's practiced that one kick 10,000 times.
Yep.
It was out of the man that practiced 10,000 kicks.
Right.
Yeah.
You finna whoop his ass. He has no muscle memory. His natural response isn't to do it perfect. Do it perfect to the point where he can't get it wrong. They got now another saying in the sports world, say a professional doesn't practice until he gets something right. They practice until they can't get it wrong. So it's impossible for them to mess it up. They did it so many times that it's just like, this is my default setting. I can't fuck this up. Even if I wanted to, I can wake up out of my sleep and do this. Brothers wake up out of their sleep and do lessons and go in the precepts, look into the words. You done did it so much, you can't help but to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
breathing.
Right.
Yeah.
Elder Yashimama come over there every Friday and he be like, what y'all want to go to? I don't know. And then we start and it's like, you had a whole lesson planned.
It'd be fire.
And you be like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? That's why he asks it every time. I just look at him and be like, this man. Man, whatever you want to go to, man, I'm down. What's up? You know? Yeah, he done did it so much. It's like breathing to him. He don't gotta, feel good about, camp that day. He don't gotta have, be rested. It's in him.
Right.
Yeah.
That's his default setting. It's to edify. You got it, bro.
Continuing on, verse 20, it says, "Undisciplined people find wisdom's demand too hard and don't have enough determination to meet them."
3 videos.
Right.
That's how dudes acting, bro. When that decree came out, I was still in Pittsburgh when that decree came out.
Right.
3 videos. I was like, oh, I got excited.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, man, like, you know, let's do it. You brothers that's on fire, you heard that and you was like, no sweat, let's do it. Let's get to it, man. Let's do the work. That's what we here for. I ain't come to mess around.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 22, it says, discipline means just that, discipline. And not many people are able, it says, and not many people are able to discipline themselves.
Discipline. Being able to fulfill a goal regardless of how you feel. A lot of people want to be motivated to do something. Motivation, it comes and goes, bro. It's like, when somebody's disciplined, it doesn't matter whether it's cold or hot. They're just fulfilling their duty. It's not a matter of how they feel. It's saying, this is my job, I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter how I feel. You want to be disciplined. You don't want to be motivated. All right? You got that definition in the Edom?
Yeah. But it goes into like chastisement though.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Just making sure. All right, this is where discipline in the Edomite Online Dictionary, it says penitential chastisement, punishment for the sake of correction.
Yes, we've been brought up in a world that's completely perverse. We're also in this earthen vessel in the flesh, so you have to constantly punish it, pull away from the desires of this flesh, so that you can be correct towards the Lord. Correction doesn't feel good. Punishment doesn't feel good. The scriptures also say, my son, we quoted that in Sirach 2, my son, as I come to the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. The scriptures say that the Lord chastened his son batons. You're constantly getting corrected. Yes, that's a perfect definition. To be disciplined is going to equal being uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good. Duh. But to a carnal person, even if they know they're Israelite, they're not willing to walk that road, just like what the brother was reading. Y'all got it? Whoever you got something, right?
Yeah, I got something.
I'll read. It says, physical punishment, teaching suffering, martyrdom.
Suffering and patience are also synonymous. Okay? Like the brother said, read in that precept about the laboring and tilling the ground. He said, soon you go, enjoy your harvest. You got to be patient. A lot of people get this truth and they want to be a rock star the next day.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Not realizing that we get our reward on the back end. Are you prepared to be a 60-year-old man in this truth? Nobody wants to think about that.
Yeah,
but if
right.
that's what it's got to be, then so be it. Look at our apostles, man. They've been grinding. You think when they came to the truth, you think Apostle Carl, when he came to the truth when he was 17, he thought he'll be here this come on, man.
We all had that thought. As soon as you wake up, the Lord
like
coming next year.
Coming next year, man.
Right.
Fuck into, you know what I mean? Like, damn, he about to come right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You feel that way.
Fat.
But the elect, man, it's regardless of how long it takes, we're going to do the work. But we know pursuing the prophecy, we're not far off, man.
Right.
It's going to happen in our generation, in our lifetime. All right?
Hey, I want to pull this quote from Mike Tyson. It says on this AI overview, it says Mike Tyson's famous quote on discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Ooh, with enthusiasm. There's a word that Sha'ar always goes into. I think the word energia.
Energy.
Yeah, look up that word. Say type in energia and then BLB behind it, because it'll bring up where it's used at in the blue letter. All right.
It's in 2 Thessalonians.
Okay, yeah.
The hymns and workings of Satan.
Yeah, so he on the left hand side, they're doing that wickedness with the spirit, with enthusiasm, with passion. We are to be doing righteousness in an enthusiastic spirit, in a passionate spirit. You think brothers, want to stand in the cold after work? But no, we know we got a job and a duty that we are to perform. And really, ultimately, we love doing this. I don't feel right if I don't do my daily sacrifice, if I don't give my time to the Lord, whether that be helping a brother, reading, praying, making a lesson. I gotta do something to give my time to the Lord, or else I feel like a piece of shit. I get afraid.
Like something missing.
Like,
Right.
damn, Lord, don't take the spirit from me. You know what I mean? You feel like the Lord about to do something to you. We gotta do this. We have to do this. You know what I mean? We're prisoners of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
You got it, bro. You about to say something?
Now I want to continue on this AI overview, bro.
Yeah.
It says discipline. This is Mike Tyson's quote. Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. He emphasizes that true discipline means embracing unpleasant tasks with passion and commitment, even when you don't want to, because your goal is worth the struggle.
You got it.
Hey, this goal is worth what we're doing right now is worth the struggle, man. It's worth catching hell for, man. That's why the scriptures say though they were a little chastened, they shall be greatly rewarded. You see? So what we're doing right now is well worth, you know what I'm saying, our sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, us coming out here in the cold, man. You see? Helping brothers move, you know what I'm saying, doing all that, bro. Giving our energy, whenever a brother need help, you know what I'm saying, getting out there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes the brothers just need somebody to talk to.
Yeah, too.
And
Yeah.
you just gotta be there. You might be tired. It might be late in the middle of the night. Like,
Might be calling you when you sleep. You
yeah.
wake up like, what's
But
going
you
on,
be
bro?
like, you know what? It's a part of my job.
Right.
The Lord watching me. The Lord watching everything. If you live your life like the angels is recording you, because they are, you'll start to move a little different.
Right.
If you knew the angel was looking at you every time something happened, was like, what he gonna do? I'm writing this down. I'm gonna tell Pops.
Right.
Oh, you know, you'll start to think differently about the shit you say and do, man. Damn.
I'm gonna go back to that Sirach chapter 6. Going back, Sirach chapter 6 and verse 22 in the GNT. Discipline means just that, discipline. And what was the etymology? What was the terms on that mud? It said it's like
Embracing chastisement.
Right, to suffer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Suffering is in there.
Yeah, physical punishment, teaching,
Yeah.
suffering.
All right, so keep that in mind when you're reading that. Discipline means just that, discipline. And not many people are able to discipline themselves. It says, my child, listen to me and take my advice. Put wisdom's chains around your feet and her yoke around your neck. Carry her on your shoulder and do not be resentful of her bonds.
Chains, yokes around your neck. That's uncomfortable. It's not easy to navigate with that on you. That's how it is trying to strive lawfully within this society, man.
Right. It's changes on that flesh, man.
Yeah.
Changing you from you know what I'm saying? Because we was once in the world doing whatever our flesh wanted, you know what I'm saying? Whatever we felt in the flesh like we wanted to do, man.
You just doing whatever. You can Harlem shake
Right.
when you ain't got no restrictions on you.
Right.
You got these chains on. You got to watch your step. You got to be calculated about how you move.
Right, you can't, you restricted. All right, it says, verse 26 says, follow wisdom and keep her ways with all your heart. Go looking for her and she will reveal herself to you. Take hold of her and don't let go. Then you will discover the peace of mind she offers. You will and she will become your joy. The signs of slavery you wear will become signs of royal majesty. Her chains will be your protection, and you will wear her yoke like a magnificent robe.
You know how the athletes that make it, their childhood friends say, yeah, man, I remember he used to skip out on all the parties. He used to be on the field or at the track or in the gym. And now look at him now, man. He living a good life. I wish I would have put those chains on.
Right, yes, right.
Suffered. You suffered.
Right.
Missed out. You ain't missing out on shit.
Yep.
Everything you think you've been missing out on, when we get our reward, you're going to truly get to enjoy the food. All the, just a small example. There's a lot of, things I missed out on in high school and things like that for me to go play ball. I had to put chains on in the world. That's a low level thing. But then when I got to college, I got to experience those same things some of my partners wanted to experience for real. On the level they wish they could have experienced it. All right? How much more so walking with the Lord, man? We're going to really experience life. Really experience the pleasures of life. But right now, we got to focus on the mission, bro.
Right.
Discipline.
last verse, verse 31, it says, "You will wear wisdom like a splendid crown."
A crown, man. Everybody gonna see it.
Right.
When you see somebody of royalty, it's like everything stops when they come. If the king of what's his name, King of England, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody of royalty came out. The president come out. What? They shut the streets down.
Right.
Everything stops. It's gonna be like that for those who were walking after Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Wherever they go on the earth in the future, man, it's gonna be like, hey, bro, look, hey, you can't come down this road today. We gotta prepare the road to make room for one of the men of the elect to come into town. There's a reward. A crown comes with authority. Okay, a crown comes with liberties that not everybody has access to. It comes with status. It comes with resources. It comes with reverence. Okay? A crown just by itself is just a representation of the value or worth somebody has, the authority that they have, the access that they have. We walk in this discipline. We're gonna wear it as a crown, man. And in the kingdom, man, it's gonna be the biggest reward anybody's ever seen. Past what we can even think up right now. You know, like the scripture say, what's that, Isaiah 65?
I go.
Before you ask.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Before we even ask for something, the Lord gonna have it set up for us, man. We're about to experience. The whole world is about to witness a level of majesty and glory that they couldn't even perceive in their mortal minds. When they see, everybody's gonna be mind blown. We're gonna be mind blown. I'm not gonna miss out on that for this raggedy ass kingdom for an apartment, bro. Come on, man. Jake don't understand how to make an investment in the world, and damn sure don't know how to spiritually make an investment. Because the Lord has to open up a man's eyes, all right? Open up your spirit to perceive it and walk in it.
This is Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 24. It says, "And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear."
Yeah.
Is that what you want to read?
Yeah. Read it one more time.
God, it says, Isaiah chapter 65, verse 24. It says, "And it will come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear."
And on this side, man, you have things that you want. You have things that you desire to have. You have positions that you want to be in. And, well, Lord, I want to do this. If the Spirit be with you to let me, navigate this, maybe in the kingdom of heaven, the Lord going to give it to you off the rip. And on top of that, the things that you're going to desire in your new body, in your spiritual body, is going to be on a whole nother level than what you're thinking about now. You think you want shit now. You don't know what you really want. You don't know what the perfect version of you is going to desire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and the Lord's going to be, bro, don't fuck this up. We've been given an opportunity to have something that nobody can even fathom. Don't fuck it up. That's all I really can say about that. You've been given an honor to audition for kingship. Not just some earthly kingship, some shit nobody's ever seen. You have to cherish and honor this opportunity. When you have a lot of people who know they're Israelites, they don't cherish and honor the knowledge that we've been gifted with and what that actually means.
We've just seen a glimpse of it with Solomon, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even this kingdom that's coming, man, it's gonna be greater than what Solomon had, man. And Solomon didn't have immortality, man. You see? Immortality is the Lord is gonna do something, like it says in Hebrews, of greater promises, man. You see the second covenant? Being changed, man, being changed into godly forms, bro.
Boy.
You know?
Bro, it's gonna be Solomon, but on an immortal and godly level to where you can't perceive. And the scriptures say what the least of you should be is David. That ain't just talking about his physical capability. That's just talking about what he had access to, who he was. The least, the lowest Israelite gonna be like, come on, man. So, again, don't fuck it up. That's a lesson. Jake always been in the spirit since I've been on earth. Did I realize? to self-sabotage himself. They'll be this close to having an opportunity to do something big, and they'll sabotage themselves. It's like they're afraid of being great. They're not willing to hold on to the discipline. The course to cross the finish line will be laid out before them, but they'll sabotage themselves. They won't do the work. The Lord showed us the pathway. He set up the men of the Lord on the earth to tell you the pathway to cross the finish line. You just got to walk it. Of course, man's going to the Lord. The Spirit got to be with you to do it. But hey, man, you need to be praying to the Lord and begging, Lord, keep me on the path. Don't take the Spirit from me. Strengthen me. Increase my faith. But keep in mind, when you ask for increased faith, what that's going to come with.
Right.
But you got to be cool with that, though. Because you want the latter end of the thing. You're not supposed to be afraid of the work and the discipline, which is, we went into it, is suffering, chastening. Right? You have more on that, Bernard?
No, that was it on there.
Come. So yeah, that's just the rite of passage, like it talks about in Sirach 2 and 5. Go over this trial in the furnace of adversity.
Yep.
You see?
Yep.
So that's just a rite of passage for a believer. There's no man or Lord you could go to in the scriptures, and they did. You can go 1 Maccabees 2 and 50. There's no man or Lord you could go to in the scriptures that they didn't have their test, man, before they got to, have the glory, so to speak. All of our forefathers had tests that seemingly was impossible to overcome. All of them. We're going to have our tests individually because each of the elect, they're not just getting them crowns for the free. For the free, no, you're going to earn it.
That's what a nigga want, though.
Yeah, a nigga wants a free seat.
Nigga want to skip into the kingdom without going through nothing. Even that, like Jake wants the discount, man. Come on, man. That's too high, man.
Jake want an electric slide into no, man.
Right.
You got to earn that shit. The Lord gonna set it up to where everybody knows when they look at the rulership, like these men are worthy to have those spots.
Right.
Not of their own merits, but because they cleaved to Yahweh Shah when nobody else would. They understood how to operate. Just like how we got to learn about George Washington and all this bullshit in the Esau school system. They're going to be learning about Yahweh Shah and the elect.
Right. Esau. The nigga kids going to know.
Yeah. Oh, they going to come back to their cave.
Right.
With that I'm going to give them the TV with the ass on it. With that old ass TV, they're going to be like, damn, he found the old TVs. They'll come back to their cave with that TV. Hey, did you know that when I was able to do this and this, Esau gonna be sitting there because he's not gonna be repenting. He gonna be sitting there. Fuck that. We know we was presidents. Right? That's the spirit they're gonna be in, man. Go ahead, bro.
God, this is 1 Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 50. It says, now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers.
It says to give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Now, when you go to Romans, the 12th chapter, it also tells us what? To be living sacrifices. What does that look like? Again, we've been mentioning it all night. It means you're giving your time to the Lord. It means you're walking uprightly in this land of darkness, regardless of how you feel, regardless of how people perceive you, which also means you're going to be a prey. He that departs from evil maketh himself a prey.
Yep.
All these things, all right, was they understood in this motivational speech here. This is the locker room speech before they was getting ready to go out there and stand on business. Go ahead. This is the real standing on business right here. Jake, you talk about standing on business in the world, you ain't standing on shit. You standing on that evil, wicked way that Esau gave you. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, 1 Maccabees chapter 2, verse 51. It says, call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time, and so shall ye receive great honor and an everlasting name.
Great honor and an everlasting name. When you read discipline, you read that precept, it talked about, the definition for that quote. That's what it was. Mm-hmm. It said you will wear discipline as a crown.
No, that was a precept.
That was a scripture.
Yeah.
All right, now, right here is going into the fact that you're going to have an everlasting name. An everlasting name, all right, is equated to the reputation that's going to go before you. When somebody has a crown, you know this is somebody of the highest order. It's required of me to honor and respect this person.
Yep.
Hey, that's what the etymology of that word immortality means. It means imperishable fame.
Ooh.
That is crazy.
Imperishable fame, which, duh. You talk about somebody that's going to be immortal, that can't die, which also means to have, let me tell you what immortality is, man. If somebody's immortal, it's because they walk perfectly. Their ways are perfect with the Creator. What charge could you lay against a person that's immortal? All their judgment is perfect. They're perfect. There's not, you can't say, oh, well, I remember this once. No, they're perfect. Everlasting fame, man. You got it, bro.
Yeah, back in 1 Maccabees, chapter 2 and verse 52, says, was not Abraham found faithful in temptation, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness?
It is.
Joseph in the time of his distress kept the commandment.
Most people would have failed Joseph's test, bro. His brothers turned on him, sold him into slavery. He went to work for the guy in Egypt. His wife lied on him. He got a rape case, and he didn't even do nothing. They put his ass in jail. Then he basically became like the warden in the jail somehow. People would have, and then he got the opportunity to get revenge. Jake would have failed that test, bro. Right. Israel wouldn't even be a thing. They would have got sent back. Bro, these people wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
If most Jake was put in Joseph's situation, bro.
Right.
Just to be honest. But he passed that test. Right. We gonna be put in situations to where when the Edomites and the nations read about it in their history class in the kingdom, they're gonna be like, what? How? I wouldn't have been able to, yeah. People gonna know like these men are supposed to be in that position. You got it, bro. Damn, Joseph, when you put yourself in a story, you start to realize like, woo, how was the Lord had to build that man up to get to that point to move that way. So then you start to realize, what is the Lord doing to me so that I can move in a likewise fashion?
But it goes back to that dream that the Lord showed him. Remember before everything happened, the Lord showed him the dream. So you gotta remember, Joe, like you said, you put yourself in that situation, man. Joseph still probably was thinking about that dream that he had.
He thought it was coming together as he was getting tested.
You know what I'm saying?
Realizing,
he didn't forget that dream, bro.
Yeah.
So he knew that the Lord, you know what I'm saying, showed him someone was gonna do something.
Yeah.
So he held that integrity, you know?
That's beautiful, man. And the Lord is revealed to us, hey man, this is the path you gotta walk down to get to the latter end of things. So as we going through our tests, we gonna understand what the Lord has revealed unto us. Mm-hmm. We're gonna think back to all the lessons, all the encounters, all the situations that the Lord put us through to be like, you know what? I gotta move this way in this situation. My flesh is saying do this shit, but I know this is the right path.
Right. Yeah. That's why the Lord said, let no man take thy crown, man. Every day is somebody trying to take your crown, man. You see, these people ain't got shit to lose, man. But we got something to lose. Look what the Lord, like you said earlier, look what the Lord gave unto us, bro. Yeah. We have an opportunity to become rulers, joint heirs with Yahushua in a new world, bro.
Boy.
That's something you don't want to lose at, bro.
Bro, that gets me excited every time I think about it.
Man.
You should be excited, bro. You know what the Lord gave us? Like, bro, nothing equates to this. Right. There's not a higher occupation a man can have than this. And it don't look like it to the eyes of a carnal person.
Right, that's like Charlie when he got that golden ticket. Oh, he was happy as fuck.
Shit, you know,
Grandpa was happy.
Yeah.
The whole ass nigga got up there.
They was in there doing that motherfucking they was in there motherfucking like, God damn, we up.
Yeah.
You know?
Charlie got a shot.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta go watch that scene. I gotta go watch that scene, man. Bro, the Lord done gave us everything. It don't look like it to a carnal person, but He's giving us everything, bro. You got it, man.
God, back in 1 Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 53, says Joseph in the time of his distress kept the commandment and was made Lord of Egypt.
Woo, he was lifted up because he held fast his integrity. The same way Job held fast to his integrity. Right? Job had the same spirit Joseph had. You know, I'll let you do with that as you will. Jump down to 60.
60.
Yeah.
All right. First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 60. It says, Daniel, for his innocency, was delivered from the mouth of the lions.
He was, bro. He knew what would happen. He did what he was supposed to do anyway. And you know when he was looking at them lions, they probably was growling. They probably was pacing back and forth. You know, he probably was like, and he probably went right into his mind, Lord, I know you're going to be with me. You ain't just have me do all this and walk by you toward the end here.
Right. Man.
But think what would go through a normal Jake head.
Yeah. He's cooked.
Yeah, he
I'm
Jake,
cooked.
but please, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Whatever you want me to.
That wouldn't even go through with that shit.
Yeah, he was like, man, look, I gotta go through what I gotta go through. It did. And the Lord was glorified because of it. Okay? We gotta have the same mindset. A regular man can't think and move the way our forefathers was moving. How do we get to that level of faith? So cherish the opportunities, the testings that the Lord gives you, man, so that you can get to this level. All right? Keep going, bro.
God. Verse 61 says, and thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome.
If you believe that, you're gonna be able to move mountains.
Right.
If you really believe that, you're gonna do some amazing shit. You gotta really believe that. The Lord credit score is 800, man. He's good on his word. Whatever he said he's gonna do, he gonna do it. He gonna take this devil down. He gonna deliver his elect. He gonna feed us and give us drink when people don't have access to resources. He gonna bless us with the means to overcome our enemies when they come after us, when they come in like a madman spirit of gun.
Right.
He gonna do all the things he said he's gonna do. Just like World War III and the chip is playing out, how he said it was gonna happen. All those things is gonna happen. You gotta believe it. You wanna say something?
No.
Keep going.
God, verse 62, it says, fear not then the words of a sinful man.
Yeah, we know who the man of sin is. We talked about him early in the lesson. Fuck what he talking about. Yeah, he's speaking boldly too. He talking big shit. Trump talking that shit. Oh my goodness. How'd you put a bust up?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it?
It was something about damn, what did he say? About like talking about fuck, let me look
Was
it
it
up,
Venezuela or something?
No, it was dealing with the civil rights. It was dealing with the civil rights.
He said civil rights, you know, that led to white people being treated very badly.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Right. Nigga tripped out, man.
Yeah. He basically was saying like we need to reverse that shit.
Right, Elon Musk. See
Elon
that,
Musk.
that poster he shared? He put that 100.
Yeah.
He put that 100 on that bitch.
They talking crazy.
Right, yeah, bro.
They got that. When Trump went in Venezuela, he was talking about, yeah, we went in. They lost a lot of people. We didn't lose any guys on our side. He basically was talking like, you know how niggas they go run a drill on some other niggas. He basically was in that spirit, man.
Right.
He in that Chicago drill rapper spirit. He talking his shit. He more stout than his fellows, like the scriptures say.
Right.
You got it, bro.
God. Continuing on, it's, from the top, verse 62, it says, fear not then the words of a sinful man, for his glory shall be dung and worms.
Uh-huh.
Today he shall be lifted up, and tomorrow he shall not be found, because he is returned into his dust.
He gonna be brought to that lower state. He gonna be that beast man once again. He gonna be brought back to what he really is. Take that towel off, bitch ass nigga. He gonna be brought back to the Ooga Booga.
Right.
And that wasn't long ago, man. That was like 600 years ago. He was in that Ooga Booga, running down and stealing shit from the market and running back up. That's the natural state he in. That's who he really is. You love to see it, you know? But yeah, man, the elect, they gonna believe that the Lord is gonna be with them. Cherish the opportunities the Lord is giving you to believe on that level, man. Y'all got anything else? So, you know, with that being said, man, Alvarez is out and let's edifying. Want to give all praises once more too.
Yahweh by Shem Yahushai by Shem Kakodash.
Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers. And of course, the few I go out through pursuing this truth and sincerity, man. May the blessing of election be